Namaste students. So last week we would have learned what is a network, basics of network. So hope you all would have understand what is networking, what are the advantages and disadvantages of networking, etc. So this week we are going to start with the same chapter Computer Networks 1. The topic is data communication terminologies. So as you all know, network basics was when you learned very well what is networking. It's a means of connecting computers, one or more computers together. So for what purpose we connect computers? As you all know, in order to communicate. What we communicate? We are going to communicate with the data. So about data communication we are going to see now this week. So to learn in depth about data communication we need to know about three terms which are very important in data communication. What are the three terms? So we'll start with the first term. See, there are three terms which we are going to learn under data communication. They are channel, bandwidth, and data transfer rate. So what is this channel, bandwidth, data transfer rate? So let us see now. Channel. Concept of channel. A channel is a physical medium like cables over which information is exchanged. Did you understand anything? See, a channel is a physical medium. So I have highlighted the important terms so that easily you can memorize those terms which are important for that particular topic. So I have highlighted with a different color. So keep those key points so that when you prepare for your assessment, it will be helpful for you. So a channel is a physical medium. What do you mean by physical medium? What do you mean by a medium first of all? See, when you go to school, just like that, you will not carry your books. You will carry all your books, keep it inside your school bag, isn't it? So, you need a medium to transfer or transmit your books from one place to another. Similarly, we also need a medium to transmit our signals or the data which we transmit from the sender to the receiver. So, what is that medium? You may have different types of medium. So we are going to see physical medium now. It means some physical means it is a part which we are going to which we can which we are able to see or touch. So some physical medium we need in the form of cables, etc. There may also be wireless mediums apart from that. About these mediums we will learn about all these things in the later sessions. So here we are going to see concept of channel. A channel is a physical medium. As I told you, a physical medium is like a cable over which information is exchanged. So through the cables you exchange informations. So through the cables data is transmitted, data is communicated through the cables. So the cables are called channel. So we talk about cables, which are nothing but wires. As you all know, they are copper wires. So not only copper wires we can use as a medium, we can also use wireless mediums like waves. Okay, so anything through which we transmit the data, we call it as a medium. Now, data is in the form of, in which form the data will be? It has to be in some form. So now I've shown you some text. I've sent you some text form. So do you think that the same text will be transmitted from the sender to the receiver? No. The data which is given as a text will be transmitted in form of some analog or digital signals. So the same text which I sent to you will not be sent in the channel in the same form. It will be transmitted into some analog or digital signals which the system can able to understand. So it may be analog or digital channels. So first point, A channel is a physical medium like cables over which information is exchanged. Understood? So next point you have to remember about channel is it may be an analog or digital channels. A path over which data is sent or received. So as I told you earlier, some path, some medium through which a data is sent or received is called a data channel. Number 3. Number 4. A path may be a copper wire. As I told you, a medium is in other words it can be called as a path. In other words it can be called as a channel. All the three means the same. So a path may be a copper wire cable or broadcast medium like radio waves. Is it clear, children? So for your clear information, physical medium through which we transmit data is called a channel. Clear? So we'll move on to the next topic, data transfer rate. So what do you mean in data? You know what is data? It is a message which you are going to transmit. What is transfer? Means we are going to take the data from one place to the other. What is that rate? What do you mean by that rate? It is nothing but rate here refers to the time. So in how much time a data is being transferred, that is also very important in communication. Not only transmitting the data is not communication. In a limited amount of time, as early as possible, if you are able to transmit the data, then that could be the fastest medium. So I can send you a message in form of a letter. I can post a letter or I can send you an email. So nowadays we have got video conferencing, video calling, else all. So the medium is one thing which we should understand in communication. The second thing is how much amount of data is being transmitted in a particular time. Note the point, time is referred as rate here. So data transfer rate means in a particular amount of time how much amount of data is being transmitted. We call it as a data transfer rate. So it defines the number of data elements. Data elements can otherwise be called as bits. Number of bits transmitted in 1 second is called data transfer rate. Come again. It defines the number of bits sent in 1 second. So you know very well, I told you now clearly the number of bits sent in 1 second. So naturally there should be some measurement to measure all this data transfer, isn't it? So something when it is transferred in a particular time, we have to have some measurements for it. So how it is measured? It is measured with a unit bits per second, BPS, bits per second. So in mathematics you would have learnt millimeter, centimeter, meter, etc. So what is that millimeter? It's the smallest unit. You may have decimeter or else. So like that, we also have few measurements in data transfer rate. So we start with a minimal measurement of bits per second and then it goes on with kbps, kilobits per second. Then we have got mbps, megabits per second, and then we got gigabits, gbps, gigabits per second, and finally we have arrived into terabits per second, tbps. Okay, so all these things are going to measure the number of bits transmitted in 1 second. So bps is the smallest unit. So greater than we have kbps, mbps, gbps, tbps, etc. Understood? Any doubts in this? Shall we move on to the next topic? Number 3, bandwidth. So the name itself says what is bandwidth. Okay, width means it is also some measurement. What measurement is it? What is it going to measure? It is going to measure the data transfer rate. data transfer rates that can be supported by a network. So data transfer rate means the number of datas which passes in 1 second, I told you. So a network which is able to transmit that data transfer rates, that is in 1 second the number of bits, how much bits are being transferred. So which network can support, that is called bandwidth. Is it clear? So data transfer rates, that is the number of bits which are transferred in 1 second, which network can support that flexible time, that is called its bandwidth. So this bandwidth can be used in two different contexts. Number one, bandwidth in hertz, and number two, bandwidth in bits per second. Bandwidth in hertz. You all would have heard this hertz, a word which is in related with frequency, which is a measurement of frequency. What is frequency? Frequent means what? Repeatedly something which happens as frequency. So when a signal passes, when a composite signal which passes, so how much frequencies range it has got, that is called a bandwidth, that is measured in bandwidth in hertz. So bandwidth in hertz defines as it is the range of frequencies contained in a composite signal, or the range of frequencies a channel can pass. So a channel, a medium which can pass how much range of frequencies. So a channel can, your school bag can take all your books every day. I mean, your one school bag you can use it for the whole year. So after an year, that's all. That medium you cannot carry over, so it becomes so weak. So similarly, a channel can take some range of frequencies. So that range of frequencies which channel takes over, when it takes in the form of frequencies, that is called bandwidth in hertz. They are measured in bandwidth in hertz. Then what is bandwidth in bits per second? So when it is taken as bits, when it is not taken as a frequency, it may be taken in the data may be transmitted in form of bits. So when the number of bits per second is which is transmitted through a channel, then it is measured in bandwidth in bits per second. Is it clear, children? So we have got, it is measured in bits per second, kbps, etc. As I told you earlier, the number of bits which passes over a channel is measured in bits per second. Next, to summarize, let us view a video which will bring you a clear picture on data communication terminologies. So after the end of the session, you can view this video and have a clear picture of it and prepare for your assessment. Next, we move on to the next topic, introduction to types of network. So when we learn about network, all this time you would have learned advantages, disadvantages, what are the terms used for networking, communication, terminologies, etc. So next we have to move on to the very important topic of types of network. So this week we are not going to go in for the detailed explanation of the types of network. So let me give you an introduction this week. So next week or the forthcoming sessions you will be followed with the types of network in detail. Introduction to types of network. There are different types of networks. They are LAN, local area network; MAN, metropolitan area network; WAN, wide area network; PAN, personal area network. So all these full forms, expansions, I've given you in capital letters, so it has been highlighted. So it means that it is very important for your board. There may be 1 mark or 2 mark questions based on this full forms. So there should not be even a single spelling mistakes also. So go through all these expansions, which will be very helpful for you. Write and see all those expansions. Next, we have come to the end of the session now. Find out answers for these questions and write it in classwork. So I've given you 5 questions. All the answers are given in your presentation itself. So kindly go through, prepare well, and write it in your classwork later. Have it as a practice of writing it in classwork so that you will get a writing practice. So write all these 5 questions in your classwork, and which will be helpful for you for your assessment too. So prepare well and get ready for the assessment, children. Thank you.